I'm going to talk about these different heaters here: the kerosene, space heater, floor heater, fireplace, and the infrared. Each one of these heaters operate different, and each one of them produce different types of heat. Um, which one is better for you, or the best as far as what you're looking for? The kerosene heater here heats up the fastest and produce the most heat other than a fireplace. But it is kerosene, and it's costly depending on where you get your kerosene and how much you spend on your kerosene. This burns 11 to 14 hours, but it produces a lot of heat. So when you use one of the kerosene heaters, it heats up the room, and it can get the room very hot. I mean, hot, hot, hot. When you turn the kerosene heater off, you still have a warm room. And I think that's what people look for when they look for their heat: a warm room and comfort. Kerosene heater can do that. The space heater here, it's big, you can use that for a bedroom, a small office, or something like a 14 by 14 room, and it heats up as well. One of those heaters can bring the temperature of the room up to a good 78, 80 degrees. And it's very comfortable having one of those heaters, and you feel the heat when you turn it on. This is electric, and you have two settings: 1500 watts and a 3000 watts, and a fan control at the bottom, and it's a temperature setting on it, a thermostat where it cuts on and off, and it's very effective. I like this heater. This is one of my favorite heaters. This heater here can get a room really like 94 degrees, depending on where you set it. This one heats the air as well, and it heats up the room. So when you turn this one off, you have a warm room, and it heats up pretty quick. You can stand in front of either one of those and feel that heat coming out. This long one here, that's the baseboard heater. It's the slowest heater ever, other than one of those oil heaters. But it heats up your room or your area real slow, and it's that rolling heat. There is just like a slow cooker. It just slowly heats up the room, and after 4 hours, your room or whatever area you're in may get up to 76 degrees. It's comfortable. This is the one that you turn on in the morning in your back room, and it heats up 4 rooms all day comfortably. And then when your air come on, it circulates the air, and it keeps the house at bay, 70 degrees. The fireplace. Everybody know about the fireplace. You may have wood or you may have gas. If you have a gas fireplace, that's the best one. It's going to heat up the area real quick. You can turn it on and you can turn it off. And only thing you have to worry about with the gas is the utility bill. If it's a wood fireplace, you have to make sure that you have the flute open, that you have a draft coming through, and that your wood is going to burn. Most of the time with the wood, it goes up the chimney and you get very little heat coming out. You do get heat coming out. Most of it is going up the chimney, and outside you're heating the cold air outside basically. But you do feel that heat coming in. Once your fire go out, you may have a room that's warm for a few minutes. 40 minutes, you're back cold. That's why you have to put your coat on and stand in front of a fireplace to stay warm. This one here, this is your infrared radiant heater. It's the tricky one. It works, but it's the tricky one. This little beam, and you see my hand here, this, if I turn that on, this is the only area that's gonna feel any heat. Over here, you don't have heat. This is the kind when you turn it on, you have an optional switch over here that lets the beam oscillate from side to side, and that's because it doesn't heat the area. It heats whatever is in front of that beam. And with this one, when you turn it off, you're still in a cold room because it doesn't heat up the air. Just heat up whatever is in front of it. Your objects are still cold. And if you have a room at 60 degrees and you turn this on, you're gonna feel the heat, but your room is still 60 degrees. When you turn it off, you still have a 60-degree room, and all your items, your sofas, your chairs, your walls, anything, it doesn't collect heat. So it gets cold real quick again. And you have to turn this back on. And you have to stand in front of it or have it pointing at you just to feel that heat. You're gonna feel the heat. But when you turn it off, your heat is gone. So this is only good if you're in a room and you turn it on and you have it pointing at you, and we sit on the couch and the heat is great until we turn it off. These other ones heats up the room. You see the temperature of the room go up, and it gets 78, 76, 80 degrees with every one of these other heaters except for this one. So when I look for efficiency as far as heat-wise, when I turn my heaters on, I'm looking for heat, and when I turn my heaters off, I still want heat. I want my room to be warm. I want comfort. I don't want something that just heats up and clang. It reduces the bill. That's another thing too. This one is expensive, very expensive. The gas is expensive if you're running gas. This one, it claims it's not expensive, but these two produce the same heat. And if I run this for a month, my utility bill is basically the same as I run that one. And then when we talk about the utility bill altogether, the area that I'm in, regardless on which source you use, they're gonna bill you out the wazoo anyway, whether you run a heater or not. And if people don't know about MLGW, look it up. But that's another story. And if you're looking for something to quickly heat you up, this one, that one. If you're looking for something that's going to keep your house warm, this one, that one, that one, and that one. If you're looking for something just to keep you warm while you're sitting there and you don't want to warm up any other area, it's this one. If you're looking for something that's just going to burn slow all day and heat up your house, it's this one and this one. If you're looking for that romance and crackling fire and the heat source that you can cuddle up on, that's the Fireplace. So you take your pick, and that's basically something that you want to look at when you're looking for your heat sources. Let me know what you all think about your heat sources and what you're looking for when you turn your heaters on. Leave a comment in that section and let me know. Thanks for watching.